Welcome, everyone, to the SERL Domino's Pizza Truck Series, Season 2, Race 26, or in other words, the season finale at Armory Digital Super Speedway, the long-anticipated race by these drivers, these fans, and myself, and I'm sure many of you watching. And this racetrack, it's 2.6 miles. And there are many different words I could use to describe this racetrack. Fast, unique, very stylish, ferocious. I could go on and on. But I think that the racing today should be very interesting. I think it could be very exciting. And, and there are still a lot of unknowns, even though we've had several test races. And this race, it's historical for a couple of other reasons. This is also going to be the last race that it is called the Domino's Pizza Truck Series. Next season, if I ever do a season 3, it'll just be called the Domino's Truck Series. And I think if you type in Domino's, or Domino's Pizza, you'll figure out why. But anyway, this is also going to be the last race. I talk about defending series champion, or say that Charles Building is the defending series champion. Um, and overall, even though the season has not been that great for him, I think that winning that first ever Domino's Pizza Truck Series championship, I think is definitely going to be something that he's going to be proud of and cherish for a long time. And he starts on the pole for this race, so I think that's um, one great thing for him to conclude season 2. But anyway, the main focus that I want to talk, the main thing I want to talk about in this previous show is the championship picture. Which, oops, and first place in points, Clev Crafton. Overall, he's been pretty consistent. But the thing is, late in the season, he's had a surge. A surge to the top, winning at Charlotte and winning at Talladega. Those were races 18 and 23, and I think that, along with many of the drivers high in points at the time struggling, Mason Jefferson, Johnny Worth, Luke Walker, etc., I think that has helped Clev Crafton get to a position of where he is today, and if he can finish better than 16th, so 15th or higher, in other words, he will clinch this championship regardless of how well Garrett Sydnor, Abe Troxell, and Payton Keyes finish. And speaking of those two drivers, let's get to Garrett Sydnor. He's second place in points. Now, he's in pretty much the exact same position he was a season ago. He was second in the points behind Charles Belding entering the finale, which last season it was at Daytona under the lights. And the thing is, even though Garrett Sydnor was able to avoid everything, he was just so far behind that it really just didn't put him in that great of a position, and he wasn't able to win the championship. But I think that at this race was so much more unknown, and with him starting a lot more higher, he could maybe do what he did do a season ago, and that is win this championship. He needs to finish more than 21 spots ahead of Clev Crafton. Third place in points, Abe Troxell. I consider Abe Troxell to kind of be the driver that could be the big surprise. He could be the dark horse, mainly because while he has been very good all season long, he hasn't really done anything such as, for example, like winning. He's the only driver out of the 4 drivers remaining that has yet to win a championship, has yet to win a race. Could we see that today? I think it would definitely help him. He needs to finish more than 26 spots ahead of Clev Crafton. And the final driver, the driver that I think has surprised me the most is Payton Keyes in the 33. And just like Clev Crafton, he's had a late season surge. One at Dover, race 22. Then one at Bridgehampton, race 24. And I think it was these 2 wins that really helped him get into the position that he's in right now. But to me, I think that he's definitely going to need a great finish along with a lot of luck. He needs to finish more than 31 spots, and the thing is, there are only a total of 37 drivers. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a long shot, but I think he could do it. And pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say. It's been a great for me. It's been a great season, and I've had a fun time commentating on these races. And now let's get these trucks rolling off for the final time this season. I mentioned in the previous show that Clev Crafton and Payton Keyes both had late season surges, but actually, really, in a way, all four drivers have had late season surges. But anyway, here is the starting lineup. So on the pole, Charles Belling, alongside of him, Abe Troxell, third place in points, trying to win this championship. Kyle Kaminsky, Daniel Voiles, Clev Crafton, Justin Columbus, William Bedford, Caleb Noor, Dean Orr, and Bruno Kedgehog. That is the top 10. Garrett Sydnor starts in the 17th spot. Payton Keyes starts 21st. And Clev Crafton starts 35th. So overall, the four drivers are very scrambled throughout the field. And anyway, it's just gonna be an interesting one to see who comes out on top. Most likely, whoever does come out on top, the reason why they came out on top is because they survived everything. And to me, I think this race could be a survival race, just like last week's race at Las Vegas. Anyway, coming down the front stretch, and just like at Talladega, the start-finish line is all the way closer to turn number 1. We are green, and the season finale is underway. It's been a great season. And it looks like Charles Belling wasn't actually able to go in. Abe Troxell will lead us to the line, but Charles Belling will have the advantage heading down into turns 1 and 2. Now, right here, we're going to approach this, what I like to call the short stretch. It is this little area right here, and you might have seen you might have noticed that little bump. That little bump is, I think, the transition from the corners to the short stretch. And anyway, let's see. Has Clev Crafton been moving on up? No, he's kind of lost the lead draft just a little bit, but there might be a strategy. It's to lay back. Meanwhile, Garrett Sydnor, he is definitely going up to the front. Watch out. Kenneth Domino, William Bedford. Yep, Garrett Sydnor, he is going somewhere. He's on a mission. Anyway, because I think we're gonna focus a lot on the championship picture, I'm gonna choose to show the running order on the right side, and I may not spend as much time as I do in the past when it comes to looking at the leaders. Anyway, we have gone to the first lap clean and green, which really has surprised me. And now look at this. Garrett Sydnor is trying to lead a lap. I don't think he will be able to, but the thing is, if one of these four drivers can lead a lap, it will help their chances and hurt everyone else's chances. And that's what Garrett Sydnor is trying to do. But in the meantime, oh yeah, crash behind them! Jacob Reed! Did Clev Crafton survive this? He did. I see Payton Keyes. Oh, there we go. We have another crash. Oh, they all saved it. They all saved it. I don't know how they're saving it. Anyway, coming to the start-finish line. Side by side, 4 wide at the line. It is Dale Scott. He just barely took it. Whoa, Garrett Sydnor, you don't want to be making any enemies this late in the season. But anyway, so Garrett Sydnor survived. Payton Keyes, I think he survived. Yes, he did. What about Clev Crafton? Yep, he survived. And Abe Troxell, he also survived. Okay, so all 4 drivers are still in this. That crash did not affect any one of them. And if anything, it just made it a lot more easier for Clev Crafton to win this championship, because to me, as time goes on, if he's able to survive these crashes and we have drivers going behind the wall and staying there, it's gonna make it even harder for drivers like Garrett Sydnor, like Abe Troxell, like Payton Keyes to close in. So I think this crash is actually a really good break for Clev Crafton, and for everyone else, not so much. Anyway, now let's get an instant replay of the wreck. This was a strange wreck. So, look at Justin Columbus in the red and white 17, and alongside of him is Jacob Reed. All of a sudden, you're going to see him just turn left down into Jacob Reed, and both of them go hard into the outside wall, right in front of Hayden Jefferson, and right in front. Elgin Mills gets some damage. Luke Walker has nowhere to go. Justin Thomas comes back up across the racetrack into Kenny Hamlin. Jimmy Johns goes around. Blaine Keyes and Riley Smith just have nowhere to go. Ben Braley and Lucy Gonzalez did a good job to avoid this mess, but overall, kind of a strange incident. And up front, what happened here? I think Crafton had something to do with this. Oh, let's rewind that. I think the helicopter is gonna give us a better view. Oh wow, this was actually almost a huge crash. So I think what happened is that I think it was Kyle Kaminsky and Connor Breen down into Abe Troxell, and Abe Troxell, he actually got banged around quite a bit. Right in front of Kyle Kaminsky, Connor Breen gets damaged. Bruno Ketchuk and Dean Orrin unfortunately had nowhere to go, hit the wall, and behind them, Bruno Ketchuk, he almost got turned around by William Bedford. So yeah, that was almost a huge wreck. I definitely could have changed up the championship a lot. But anyway, now let's go on board some drivers. If you're not one of the 4 drivers trying to win this championship, I think your goal is to A, have fun, and just go out there and win. You know, you have nothing to lose. And unfortunately, drivers like Justin Columbus aren't going to be able to do that. I think I said way back in the first race in this series that I saw Riley Smith as one of the uh, drivers to look out for, or at least I think I said that. I might have just thought it, but anyway, my prediction was just overall wrong, and this has kind of been his season, just getting involved in stuff not of his own making. Clev Crafton did avoid this wreck, and because of that, he is still our points leader. But the thing is, I don't think he wants to be around any more messes like this for the remainder of the race. The car control that Abe Troxell just had in turns 3 and 4, this could go down as the save of the season and the save that helped Abe Troxell win this championship if he can win the championship. While none of the championship contenders got taken out in this wreck and are going to finish behind the wall, this wreck, I think, almost makes the championship impossible for Payton Keyes, who came into this race 4 from points. Why is that? Well, if he, let's just say, there were no bonus points at all, he would have to finish more than 31 spots. But the thing is, there are only 30 trucks left on the racetrack now, and so the thing is, the thing is now what he's got to do is now lead laps and win and hope that something bad happens to Clev Crafton, such as for example get involved in the next wreck and maybe finish like 30th or 29th, you know. But now it looks like that regardless of what does happen, I don't think he's going to win the championship, but who knows? Anything could happen. Anyway, here comes Dale Scott, leads us back to the green flag, and Garrett Sydnor trying to make a move on the outside. He might want to go down to the inside very quickly, or else he's gonna lose a ton of spots. But anyway, Dale Scott continues to lead, and he has yet to win this season, and it's been a very miserable season for him. Jim Kelly in the 8, pretty similar situation, and to the inside of him is Matt Hotchkiss. And now that we are starting a single file, I don't think things are going to get as crazy. Behind. Okay, so it looks like that pretty much all 4 drivers that are battling for this championship, they are inside the top 15. And anyway, so here we go. Dale Scott, he's gonna lead another lap, and it looks like that. Dale Scott could easily clinch up most left side. I think Dale Scott did come close to winning at Dover a few weeks ago. Anyway, Garrett Sydnor once again he's trying to get the outside to work, but it just simply does not work. You have to have good momentum throughout the straightaways. But anyway, right here, Garrett Sydnor, you may not have seen that before, but Garrett Sydnor, he actually got on the rumble strips. The rumble strips are really going to slow you down, and I think that the rumble strips they're there to basically prevent you from hitting the wall. But anyway, well Garrett Sydnor is slipping back. I am seeing Clev Crafton and Payton Keyes trying to get to the front. Clev Crafton is on the preferred lane, and that might be the correct lane. Watch out, Jim Kelly, Garrett Sydnor. Okay, everything gets sorted out. so they're gonna be all fine. But anyway, the more 3 and 4 wide they get, it could make these straightaways even more of a trouble spot. For example, like watch out right here. Oh, this is not good, not good at all. Not good, not good. Okay, okay, they all get sorted out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close racing at Armory Digital Super Speedway. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna wreck. Um, Someone's gonna get out of shape. Anyway, our new leader is now LJ Mills. Aiden Stars in the 0-2 trying to get the inside working. And Garrett Sydnor once again still stuck in the middle, but now Clev Crafton, he's now behind him. Garrett Sydnor really needs to get to the front and hope that something bad does happen to Clev Crafton at this point. Anyway, now Garrett Sydnor is now going to make a pass on Payton Keyes, who's also stuck on the outside, and right inside Garrett Sydnor is Abe Troxell. Anyway, now Garrett Sydnor, I think he's finally going to go to the inside, and so he does so. But anyway, watch out right here. Not good, not good. Oh, there we go! Clev Crafton hooks Lionel's Jr. right in front of Eric Almahart, and that'll bring out another caution. Oh my goodness, Kendall McNorm, William Bedford, ooh, Philip Goldberg, Cameron Garlington. Oh my goodness, Ben Braley, William Bedford, they both take a wild ride. Anyway, so now I think that wreck with the drivers that are most likely going to be out of the race, I think it's definitely I think it's definitely going to eliminate any chance of Payton Keyes of any chance Payton Keyes is going to win this championship. But overall, is the damage on Clev Crafton going to be severe enough to where he's going to have to pit? That's gonna be the interesting thing. But anyway, my guess or prediction, no. Anyway, to the line. That time, Elton Mills, so now he's going to lead all of these caution laps, and now let's take a look and see what happened in the middle of turns 1 2. Bronick Hedgehog hooks Clev Crafton down into Lion Mills Jr., and then Lion Mills Jr., he's gonna go around and spin right up in front of Eric Almahart. Eric Almahart just has nowhere to go. Charles Billion barely escapes this along with Papa Yuna. Daniel Voiles gets some damage. Bill Crafton barely got through this. Kenny Hamlin, same thing. But anyway, things get a lot more worse when they go down the racetrack, and then Kelly Nord just has nowhere to go. William Bedford has nowhere to go. Ben Braley, Jimmy Johns, I think he actually did he escape it? No, Jimmy Johns got some damage. Leia Walker did a nice job to avoid this, still last week's winner of Las Vegas. And if we let's just go back in real time. So that was already a hard impact, but then right here, the reason why both William Bedford and Kendall Minor flipped was because the banking in the corners is a total of 30 degrees, and that apron is 0 degrees, and because that is such a huge difference, when you get onto the apron, air gets underneath the truck. And sometimes it's enough to cause your truck to flip over. And overall, just like with the drivers in the last crash, not the way they wanted to end their season. And now it's gone aboard some of these drivers. Despite the bad finish, what is Lion Mills Jr. going to take away from the season? Well, I believe he's going to take away the fact that I think it was either a tie or maybe it was just one more pole than between him and Garrett Sydnor for most poles of the season, and he's won 2 races in the season. One of them at Atlanta, and one of them in a photo finish 2 1,000ths of a second at Nashville Super Speedway. And I think that is a pretty good record leaving season 2. I think depending on whether he wins or not, Clev Crafton is going to either be happy or not very happy with how Bronick Hedgehog was racing him at this point in the race. That almost cost Clev Crafton that almost cost him the championship. Kendall Minor in the 20. Very struggling season. I do recall him being the only driver that could not attend the Lime Rock Park race back at race 3 because he was dead last in points and there were only 36 pit stalls. Other than that, he did get a pole at Talladega, and I think he was possibly the last new pole winner of the season. And unfortunately, um, just simply not the way he wanted to go out. He wasn't going to win anyway because look at how far he is behind. But I think that he could have gotten a nice top 20, top 15 finish. Let's use the digger cam in turn number 2 to take a flyby. And now we have even more drivers out, and to me, not only does this, I think, now mathematically eliminate Payton Keyes from winning the championship, I also think that it really, Abe Troxell, his chances are not mathematically eliminated, but to me, realistically, they're very slim now because the thing is he needed to finish more than 26 spots. Well now the only way he's gonna get 26 points or more is if Clev Crafton I think Clev Crafton has to finish like outside the top 20, and Abe Troxell has to like win this race. I think that's the only way it can now work for Abe Troxell now. But in the meantime, Elden Mills is going to lead us back to the green flag. And now things are going to get interesting. So our first caution came out on lap number 2, one lap after the start, and our second caution came a couple laps after the restart. So I wonder how this one's going to play out with only 5 more laps to go. Anyway, Elden Mills pulls out ahead of the pack. Here comes Garrett Sydnor for second place. Garrett Sydnor, he has to try to gain every spot he can and then try to stay there. Anyway, in the meantime, Clev Crafton did not have to pit. He restarted 11th, but I don't think Clev Crafton wants to give up any spots. That's the thing. Clev Crafton needs to find the right balance of being safe, but still racing competitively. And now Elden Mills leads. I mentioned Payton Keyes, and overall, regardless of what happens in these remainder 5 laps, it was a great run for Payton Keyes. I think that's gonna be my final note. And here we go. Abe Troxell trying to get the lead. Can he do it? I think it's possible. He's on the bottom, and he has Matt Hoskins to help him. Garrett Sydnor now he's going to lose even more spots, and really overall the way this pack is, we really only have maybe about like 15 drivers that are still hanging with us in this lead pack. So the thing is, I think it really decreases the chances of someone like Clev Crafton of losing this championship. But anyway, here we go. This lap too. Whoa, DL Scott and Elden Mills. Wow, they just sailed away. Anyway, Payton Keyes pushing Garrett Sydnor, trying to get himself back up to the front, and behind them, whoa, Mason Jefferson, Charles Belding. They don't want to make too much contact. Payton Keyes, Charles Belding. Watch out. Watch out. This could get crazy. Anyway, in the meantime, it is still Elden Mills and Dale Scott. Helicopter. Abe Troxell leads this big pack, and he's trying to go to the inside, trying to block Matt Hoskins, but he's gonna have a little luck. And Clev Crafton, he's just barely hanging on to this big pack. Anyway, but we only have 3 more laps left to go in the season, and I think Jim Kelly is possibly catching this lead possibly. Not the lead pack, the front 2. But anyway, so there's Garrett Sydnor. ahead of him is Abe Troxell. Clev Crafton is now on the bottom, so maybe he'll be able to pick up spots. Payton Keyes, Payton Keyes is still here. And it looks like that it's not just Tim Kelly, but now it's Matt Hoskins, Canelo Domino, Bobby Una, Brian Kedchog, Aiden Saunders. Yeah, I think they all start. I think they're all starting to catch into this pack. But to me, I also noticed that they're all starting to get more single file. So maybe someone like Yale Sky is maybe he's just waiting for the right time to make the move. But let's just see. We now just have 2 more laps left to go in the season. Not just in this race, in the season. Here we go. The flagman puts 2 in the air. Can Elgin Mills hold on? He has yet to win this season, despite making one of the biggest comebacks in the season. He started off the season, or at least the first 2 races, I think around dead last in points, and since then, I think he's gone. I think the highest he's been in points is 7th, and I think he's just outside of the top 10, 11th place. So overall, pretty good recovery. But anyway, here we go. We're not coming down for the white flag, and the way things are right now, it looks like a Clev Crafton will be able to hang on and win this championship. Unless Clev Crafton, unless something happens in this final lap, you know, that I don't see any reason why Clev Crafton is going to lose this title. Anyway, here we go. White flag. 1 more left to go. Is anyone going to make a move on Elgin Mills? Behind him, Dale Scott. Behind him, Matt Hoskins. And these 3 have broken away from the field. Matt Hoskins goes to the outside. Clev Crafton gets by Abe Troxell. Here we go. If one of these 3 are going to make a move, it's going to be either down the back stretch or heading into the final 2 corners. Matt Hoskins once again goes high. Here comes Dale Scott to the bottom. Is Elgin Mills going to block? No. Dale Scott, he goes back in line. I think Dale Scott, he's trying to get all the draft he can. But to me, I think it really cost him. Elgin Mills, he's pulling away just a little bit. Anyway, in the meantime, Brown Catjog, whoa, okay, good. Not gonna hook each other. Off of the final corner. Down the front stretch. LJ Mills. He's gonna see the checkered flag, and he is gonna win this race. Dale Scott is gonna come a close second. In the meantime, Clev Crafton is going to be your Season 2 champion of the SERL Domino's Pizza Truck Series. I unfortunately once again messed up the flyby, but anyway, LJ Mills wins the race. Clev Crafton wins the championship. And overall, Clev Crafton, even though he did come close a couple times, he put himself in the right position. And made smart moves, and I think that along with the overall greatness that they had in the previous 25 races, or at least in most of them, that is why he is our Season 2 champion. Once again, Garrett Sydnor comes up short, but to me, the fact that Garrett Sydnor ran this well in both seasons of the SERL Domino's Pizza Truck Series, I think it's very impressive. And maybe if I do a Season 3, and Garrett Sydnor decides to come back, maybe the third time will be a charm. But anyway, whoa, Clev Crafton makes contact with Ben Braley. But anyway, let's take a look at our finishing order. And I'll have to do this very quickly. So, 24 drivers finished on the lead lap. And 25 drivers, whoa, something happened to Philip Goldberg. Oh, okay. I know why. I know why. Because it was less than 10 laps to go, and any driver that is not on the lead lap, they start towards the tail end of the field or where they were previously. Anyway, and actually, I'm actually going to pause this or stop this part of the recording so I can talk more about the final results. Anyway, so here are the official standings. Elder Mills wins the race. Dale Scott once again comes so close. And I think overall, even though it's been a very struggling season for Dale Scott, I think this second place is a great note to leave on. Canelo DeMille in the 0-8, an up and down season. Aiden Saunders, a pretty solid season for that driver. Matt Hoshkis, Mason Jefferson, Charles Belling, Bruno Kedchuk, Jim Kelly, and Garrett Sydnor round off the top 10. And overall, what a race! And, and, and so, uh, what else do I have to say? Well, definitely tune in for the American Ethanol and Hot Wheels Cup Series finales because the thing is they will be at this racetrack. But the difference is that both of them are going to be under the lights. And to me, I wonder if the night racing or just simply how different those cars are. I wonder how different the racing is going to be. Um, so definitely be sure to tune in for those races once they get uploaded. And overall, last notes of the season. Overall, even though I think there were some issues, such as for example earlier in the season, some last second decisions made to the schedule and so on. I really enjoy doing a season 2 of this series. I think this series is either my favorite or maybe even my second favorite of the out of the three SCR out of the three SCRL divisions. And overall, I just want to thank everyone for signing up for the series. And I really want to thank everyone who watched these videos and also left comments. And even even if you say and even if you were someone who basically clicked on the video and then skipped all the way to the end and still and then just left a comment saying like I finished eighth. I still I still appreciate the support and overall I don't know yet. I don't know yet if a season 3 of the SCRL Domino's Beat the Truck series is gonna happen. I don't know, but but overall, I've had a fun time doing this, and once again, I thank you for all of your support. And that's pretty much almost all I have to say. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and buy. Congrats to LJ Mills on winning this race, and congrats to Clev Crafton on winning your first ever SCRL Domino's Pizza Truck Series Championship.